And currently, Maharaj is developing an amazing center in Narsingapur on the ghats of River Narmada in Madhya Pradesh. So we are very thankful to Maharaj to join this session to introduce and give some information and glorify His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Damodar Swami Maharaj in this session today. So over to you, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj, for joining. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Again, Timrandas, Sri Chaitanya Manavishtam Tapitam Jena Bhutale Swaram Rupam Tadama Gurati Swaptantam Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Vedanta Swami Name Namaste Saraswati Gauravani Dharana Vishishna Pasya Pudesitan Panchakalpatarvesha Rupasindhu Chanam Bhavana Vishnu Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much for your this wonderful association of Srila Prabhupada's disciple. Unfortunately, last week I was in Bali, actually, in Indonesia. I could not discuss with him. So this time, so this is my good fortune to be one of the assistant of Bhakti Swarup Damodar Swami Maharaj. So in ISKCON world, devotee knows Maharaj as a scientist disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Because in those days, not many scholarly oriented devotees were joining to our movement. So Prabhupada was very much actually proud when he found Maharaj in USA. So I think you have some slide there, no? For Maharaj's birth. Yeah. Yeah, actually in 37 December, it was Thursday. Maharaj always used to say that my birthday was always Prabhupada's birthday. Prabhupada took birth on Thursday. Maharaj took birth on Thursday. So actually his parents, they were Vaishnava. As you know, Manipur was a Vaishnava state. Every people they use, they were till now also the culture is there. But it is deteriorating slowly due to modern influence of Kali Yuga. And now is a very bad situation in Manipur. So Maharaj actually he was trying to reviving this Manipur world culture, which was instead of Srila Prabhupada. Because Prabhupada heard that this Manipur was a Vaishnava state since Mahabharata time. Because Arjuna's son Babruvan was he got married to the princess of Manipur, Chitrangada. So, sorry, Arjuna married to Chitrangada, and Babruvan was her son, their son from Manipur. So there was one fight also between Arjun and Babruvan, where Arjun was defeated, and Chitrangada somehow she came and so this is when Prabhupada had this Maharaj from Manipur. So he asked Maharaj, why don't you make this Manipur as a Vaishnava state? So we'll help you in our Krishna consciousness movement. Maharaj actually born in a very small village. It's called Thabul. And it is like 40-50 kilometers away from Imphal, main city, and the capital of Manipur. Very small village. But it was full of scenery and very wonderful sightseeing. You can see Manipur, many tourists goes for. But what happened when Maharaj was very young, and he was I think in the 4 years old only. His mother passed away. Then he was taken care of by his elder sister. Then of course his father got married to another Mataji. But Maharaj was from his previous, and When Maharaj was on year 4, 1941, the 41, 42, there was a Second World War. Uh, uh, and Manipur was a victim of that World War that time. Because the Japanese soldiers coming through Burma, so they are bombing in Manipur. So it was a very dangerous situation. Maharaj was just 7 year old that time. So they took shelter of a paddy field because the village was completely vacated those days. Because they are putting bomb and dropping everywhere. So Maharaj took the shelter of a paddy field, and that time Maharaj had a very uh, bad appetite, and he got a diarrhea, and so many other diseases came, and he survived 21 days without eating anything. Only he was eating um, the water from taken out from rice. So that his sister used to give him. Then he was surviving with 21 days. With, and after that, Maharaj got cured. So that's why actually Maharaj started his study late because already 7 year went past. So in 7 year, he started beginning his study actually in the age of 7. So because in the beginning also when Maharaj was 12, his father passed away. So then Maharaj again related his study. Then one teacher of Maharaj, a school teacher, he was taking care of Maharaj. Then he took all the responsibility, finance, everything. Like he adopted Maharaj as his own because he found that Maharaj was very brilliant student. And same time he was starting in the like in primary school, and same time he was mm, tilling his land, every taking care of his paddy field also because what his father left for him. Yeah, so actually and the life was not so easy. that, so then in the 10th, Maharaj got first division. In those days, first division is very big. So, the teacher, the school teacher who was taking care of, he took him to the college in the Imphal from there. And Maharaj's sister was remembering always. She used to say that whenever Maharaj comes from the school, from village, he never come by walk. He was always dancing. Coming when he was coming back to home, he was always dancing and singing Mahamantra, sometimes Sri Krishna song, this thing. And singing, always dancing. And after Maharaj went to college in Phal, and then in the senior secondary, he got a first position also. And then Maharaj was staying there in Imphal. And somehow his elder sister also got married in Imphal town. So she was staying also, Maharaj was staying with her. So Maharaj used to tell the story how he used to go to college. So there was a river from his sister house to college. So they used to walk for every day 3 kilometer walking and 3 kilometer coming back from school. And the river in the rainy season it was flooded completely. And Maharaj used to take the two sets of dress with him. And when they cross river, they cross by swimming the river. The pant shirt they will take off and keep like holding like this, and they have to cross the river and go to other side and go to college to changing his or other class. So again, because after actually senior secondary, Maharaj was preparing for medical. His medical Maharaj because in the childhood he saw that many people are suffering due to World War, this thing, that thing. So Maharaj thought if I could be a doctor, then I can help them and the people in need. So he was selected. He gave the exam, All India medical entrance, and he was selected. He was selected in the Jabalpur Medical College. Uh, but his parent and village people they said, "Oh, this is so far to going to Jabalpur." Yeah, in those days, Manipur coming out from Manipur means you are going to foreign land. So that concept was there in the. So nobody was agreed to leave Maharaj for distance for studying medical science. And Manipur did not have facility for studying medical. So then Maharaj forcefully he joined to BA graduation in science. Then it was under Guwahati University in those days because Manipur did not have university themselves. In the Guwahati University, Maharaj was a topper in those days. First was in distinction. Then after that, Maharaj got some scholarship. Then he came to Calcutta for studying to his MS in his and there also we met Maharaj teacher professor and those who are helping Maharaj. And during his MS, then he found there is they needed two students from India, and the government will sponsor for their everything, and they can go to USA for a higher study. Two students in India, no? It is the tough job to get that, and Maharaj saying that in those days, almost 1,000 applicants applied for going to because government will take care of everything scholarship. So then Maharaj took that challenge because he's a guide, Professor Bose. He was a very nice, actually gentle person. I went to their house one time. So, so he inspired. He told Damodar, why don't you try this? I say, oh, the 1,000 people are students are applying. What will be my position? He said, no, you must apply. Then somehow Maharaj applied, and Maharaj got to number one in that 1,000 out of 1,000. Maharaj was number one, and second one was from Karnataka side. Some one student. So two students were selected to go University of California even for a higher study. So then Maharaj chose the subject physical organic chemistry for his and there when actually in the morning starting time also in the past year Maharaj did not get actually hostel in the campus staying inside the campus. So Maharaj was staying nearby one family, and they have a two-story building, and ground floor they were staying, and first floor Maharaj was staying. They gave rent to Maharaj. That university was providing the rent, everything. So the family they were completely non-vegetarian, and Maharaj from the beginning childhood he never touched any vegetarian, non-vegetarian. No? So because they are Vaishnava, they never eat the thing. And in the beginning, Maharaj was cooking himself, and he was buying boga, means vegetable, everything from market. And this family, they loved so much Maharaj, because so they did not have adult children, those family. And so they asked, they called Maharaj TD because Maharaj name is Kodam Damodar Singh, TD Singh. So they called Maharaj TD, why don't you eat with us? And Maharaj said, no, I cannot eat what you are eating. It is difficult for me to eat. I cannot eat. Oh, no, we can make a separate preparation for you. What you like, you tell us, we can prepare for you. Then slowly, they started making for Maharaj. Maharaj told them how to make and cook completely vegetarian without onion, garlic, this thing. Then they cooked for Maharaj. Because Maharaj was busy for his study. Then Maharaj is coming and taking prasad with them. And Maharaj to come, they keep cooking everything, and then Maharaj offer everything. Because Maharaj carry Radha Krishna photo with him always from the childhood. One time in childhood, Maharaj so observed in the, watching Ras Leela, and that was his fifth class exam. The next day was fifth class exam. Maharaj was studying, watching Ras Leela in the night, and he forgot about the next morning. Then he did not get up. Then he lost his exam mathematics. So, that, like the Maharaj so observed always. So he was carrying the Radha Krishna photo with him. Then when Maharaj he come back from university, then he used to offer bhoga to them, and he used to take prasadam. That he was not connected to Prabhupada that time. Still he was practicing because they are Vaishnava. So so one day this when Maharaj got again next year, Maharaj got in a Irvin campus they have vacancy in a hostel. So Maharaj got a hostel room there. So Maharaj actually was the leader of outsider devotee, out of USA, whoever out of America, foreign students. Maharaj was the leader of the foreign students. So then Maharaj told, I have to leave your home. I cannot stay now, no more, because I have to go to my hostel. And this family, they were so much crying. Because they see, they were always, they are saying that, oh, Didi, will miss your singing. Because when Maharaj come from upside down, he is always singing, murmuring some song. And they like actually those songs. And Maharaj has, because Maharaj's father was a kirtan leader actually, so not Sankirtan, Kirtan. Manipur is very famous for Sankirtan. Maharaj's father was a leader of Sankirtan. So Maharaj learned from his father this singing lyrics of Vaishnav songs. So they were very much in tears. And after that, so Maharaj stayed in a hostel. And during that time, actually, then one day, and Maharaj had a postdoc that in those days. He was assistant professor almost in that same university. He's in a Professor Rao, whose initial name was Ramananda Rai. See, he was Rao from South India actually. So he became very good friend with Maharaj in their studying, because Maharaj was very leading in his class and everything. He was very interacting with the professors and everything. So he became friendship with Maharaj. So one day, what happened? Maharaj got telegram that his the next mother has been passed away. Uh, when she is a second mother from him. Then Maharaj thought with Manipur, when mother passed away, it is very big thing for them. They have to Shraddha and laboratory, and the son has to come. Then Maharaj thought he has to go back Manipur. Then he asked university to give some loan for go back Manipur. So they sanctioned the loan for going. Then when Bajaj Maharaj bought his ticket, about to buy his ticket, then another telegram came from his that teacher who was taking care from his childhood up to 10th class. So he wrote to him, don't come back Manipur. This body is temporary. So there is no need of coming back. So whatever purpose, reason you went to America, you must completely accomplish that. Then you come back Manipur. You don't come. We'll do here everything, take care everything. You don't need to come. Then Maharaj was a little sad because but somehow he understood that body is temporary. Then he again postponed his joining to India, come back. Then this Professor Rao and Maharaj one day, so they were in Laguna Beach. Because Laguna Beach is very near to our Los Angeles campus nearby. So they used to visit there sometimes the beach, and they found one group of devotees. So they are doing Harinam Sankirtan in the beach. So they followed them. Maharaj was surprised. How come it happened in the USA? It's a complete foreign land. How is it possible? These people are chanting Hare Krishna, doing kirtan. Then Maharaj and Professor Rao, they followed them. So they followed them some distance. And then when the devotee, they are looking back, they found two young men, and they are following us. And after some time, they give a pamphlet. We gave them the pamphlet. This is our temple in nearby. So you can come on a Saturday, Sunday. We have a program, this is that thing. Then Professor Rao, he started going there, temple. Then he met with the devotee and he found it is a very nice this, that thing. Then he told Maharaj, so why don't we Damodar we go together? And Maharaj was not interested. Maharaj saying, I have to do my course, this thing, that my courses has been now going back a little bit. I have to prepare more. So 2, 3 times he pursued Dr. Rao to Maharaj to come. Then finally one day what happened? Professor Rao came with an ultimate idea, ultimatum. Damodar, you have to go with me tomorrow morning, or our otherwise our friendship will be cut off forever. Will no more any friends if you don't go with me. Maharaj got now serious. What happened? Our friendship is now in like. Then Maharaj went with the Professor Rao next day. Then actually that day was Professor Rao supposed to take initiation from Srila Prabhupada that day. And they went to Los Angeles temple, second floor, Prabhupada's room. So as the Maharaj knows that by the Vaishnava he knows, then they paid obeisance to Srila Prabhupada and Prabhupada is sitting in desk. So then immediately Prabhupada asked you, so what? So you young boys, why did you come to USA? So Maharaj told that to get some scientifically knowledge. Prabhupada said that India does not have any shortage of scientific knowledge, this thing, that thing. No, no, you young people are coming to America for so much dollar and a young woman to get married. Maharaj said, no, 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 our purpose is not like that. Then, uh, then Prabhupada told that I am coming from India. I am doing this one charitable job here. Indians are known for giving something, not taking anything. So Prabhupada impressed Maharaj that, so why don't you help me? Join me to give something. Why does you take away everything? So that has interested Maharaj in that night. Maharaj when he came back to university, then oh, this person is actually genuine sadhu saintly person. Then from that day, Maharaj thought that oh, this is my spiritual master. Maharaj is saying that I accepted him as spiritual master. Then Maharaj uh, kept contact with the Prabhupada. Then we have this morning walk, so many famous morning walk. If you can read from the Life Comes from Life, that book, so many morning walks. Prabhupada always used to ask where is our Dr. Rao is saying. So every morning walk, Maharaj must go with the. And this sometimes this picture you can see the yellow dress Maharaj was wearing, and it was a cutout board in the university. The students are sometimes teasing Maharaj, "Oh, you have become the so-called Hare Krishna, this thing, that thing." But Maharaj doesn't care about that. And one day, what happened? Prabhupada was so proud of Maharaj because one day, Dr. Professor Miller, you know, the Miller equation we are studying this. Um, this Professor Miller, he came to University of California, Irvine. So he was giving presentation those days. Life is coming from chemical because in those days chemical evaluation was very famous going on. So so when he presented and he told that this much amino acid, this much this thing, that thing we required. If that can be given, the life can produce. Then after his presentation, then he asked some question. The Maharaj raised his hand. So Maharaj, okay, professor. So if you are saying that life is coming from chemical, and whatever chemical you require for making a life, I will give you that much chemical, everything. Can you make life? And the professor become paused for a few minutes, and after, then he told, I don't know. And every in the hall, there were like Maharaj saying that there are almost like 500 students, quite completely. The Professor Miller was almost like a Nobel laureate, a very big professor in those days, you know. So when he said, I don't know, it was completely very. He just a few minutes before he was demanding that life is come from matter and sorry from chemical, and now he's saying that I don't know. So that news came to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada was so enthusiastic. He had see our Swarup Damodar. He challenged the so-called Nobel laureate, and these people are bluffing. This Maharaj, that's why Prabhupada was many conversations you can see here in class, many places. Prabhupada was telling about Maharaj, and and during this morning walk and this thing, Maharaj associated with Prabhupada. Then his preparation for a PhD was lacking at the coming behind. Then it was already 3 months, 4 years already went past. Uh, then Maharaj asked Srila Prabhupada, so I am neglecting my studies. Should I drop my PhD and full time join you and help you in your mission? Prabhupada, no, no, no. You must do your PhD, pursue your PhD. Because in this age, nobody values non-PhD. everybody give values to PhD. You must complete this PhD. But Maharaj told her, I am already late submitting my thesis, this thing, that thing. And Prabhupada said, no, you write your thesis, it will be okay. Then Maharaj got serious. And then he started writing his thesis. Already 4 years. 4 years he started writing his thesis. And the beginning of his thesis, he wrote this thesis is dedicated to my spiritual teacher, is doing this as Bhakti Swami Prabhupada. This is the first time actually some student is writing, dedicating his thesis. And what happened? Then his thesis was within 6 months he was already completed, and after 8 months, his guide he told me your thesis has been approved and you were selected for PhD. Because Prabhupada, that Maharaj only due to Prabhupada's blessing only I got, otherwise I got completely behind of my study, my preparation, everything. I was not supposed to get a PhD in such a long short period. So then after completion of a PhD, still Prabhupada asked him to work for some time for his university to go to do postdoc. And Maharaj doing postdoc and I prepare this thing, that thing. And that, that book called Scientific Basis of Krishna Consciousness. That book actually was Srila Prabhupada's best with offering from Maharaj. Maharaj telling, because every devotee, they used to give homage to Prabhupada, glorification. Maharaj thought, so we should give some scientific presentation for our birthday, offering to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada, when sitting in the Vyasasana, he told, when he reading, so it is so, many actually our devotees in the beginning, they joined ISKCON through reading that book, Scientific Basis. It is so practically book actually, with the scientific explanation and through our philosophically presentation, everything. So many devotees got inspired by reading that book, a small book. And immediately Prabhupada told BBT, you paid 100,000 copy of this book. Along with my other books, this book should be distributed. This is so then Maharaj was traveling. Then 70, I think 74. 74. Srila Prabhupada asked Maharaj, so why don't we make such an institute, so which can present this our scientifically our Krishna consciousness. So in actually in 74, the Prabhupada asked Maharaj to name an institute. Then Maharaj suggested this logo with the institute name, Bhakti Institute. So then Prabhupada approved this. And because the Prabhupada's logo, photo is there, and also from Athata Prabhupada from Bhagavatam, it is there. So Prabhupada like this logo. So then Srila Prabhupada asked Maharaj how much you need for expenditure day to day for this institute. That's Maharaj, I don't have any idea because I never run any institute. This. Then those Krishna Maharaj said maybe he need 10,000 US per dollar. So that time 10,000 US dollar is so much. But Prabhupada immediately told, no, ask BBT, they must win. Because this institute is the foremost important institute for our mission. Because this institute will bring so much prestige to our society. And so many scholar people attracted to this. And Prabhupada told very simple formula for this institute. Prabhupada said those who are coming in a scientifically background are so they should come through this institute, because nowadays if you say Hare Krishna, I'm going to Hare Krishna, scientists they may not like to that idea. If we say that we are going to institute, so they may like that idea. But our basic thing is same. Same for whatever rules regulation for our ISKCON, same thing. We follow everything. And slowly to attract them. Then when we tell philosophically with the scientific language, this thing, then they will get attracted. Then they become Hare Krishna devotee. So that was the basic formula for Bhakti Yoga Institute. And Srila Prabhupada told that so he must go travel all over world to different university. And then one day Srila Prabhupada asked Maharaj, so he please find out from our society the devotees who have qualification of a BA, MA, or any scientific background. So Maharaj got a list. Then one day Maharaj found one devotee. He was um, in Los Angeles temple, and he was doing kitchen service. But he was a PhD actually in physics. So my is a Madhav Prabhu actually. You can see another photo of Madhav Prabhu in the Calcutta. Sorry, in Mumbai. So he was a physics PhD in physics. The Maharaj Prabhupada, Madhav Prabhu is PhD in physics. He's doing kids in Seva. But no, immediately bring him to here institute. So like that, then Prabhupada was so much keen and interested for scholarly devotees. Because it's not like that they are scholarly minded. Because they understood, Prabhupada understood that if they go and speak something to the public, they will give value those things. That's why Prabhupada is so much, and also Prabhupada liked the Maharaj idea. Maharaj always presenting MC with the slide. In those days, nowadays there is slide presentation and other things. In those days, it was not like overhead projector. No? Maharaj used to carry that sometime, and he used to put a slide there, and it will come there in the screen in the wall. Prabhupada liked that idea so much. Prabhupada said, instead of speaking, if you show something in the screen, people will get attracted. So that's why Maharaj, he told Maharaj to travel all over the world and to all the institute and colleges, university. And when you heard that story of also when Prabhupada was in Bombay, Bombay Pendle program, he asked one day instead of he speaking, Maharaj to speak in the scientifically. So everybody was a little bored because it was scientifically present. Maharaj was showing the slides. But Prabhupada was watching that slide. Prabhupada said, this is very solid presentation. If we go with the presentation, no scientist can refute that God is a void or God has no form or life is coming. So Prabhupada was so much. Then in the uh, last time when Prabhupada was completely bedridden in Vrindavan, and he called one day to Maharaj. Uh, Actually, it was in Bhakti Manor when Prabhupada went last time, and there Maharaj came in Bhakti Manor. Then Prabhupada told Maharaj in Bhakti Manor. Prabhupada told in Bengali language, "Amar jivan shesh ho jaayche." My life has been now coming to end, so you must do something. So then Maharaj asked you, what do you like, Prabhupada? I can do for you. Then Prabhupada told you, arrange a conference in Vrindavan. Then Maharaj asked that whether we should do a conference in a Bhakti Vedanta conference. Prabhupada told, no, Bhakti Vedanta nobody will give because Bhakti Vedanta is not a scientist. So the scientists, they will not like to give that Bhakti Vedanta conference, they may not like to come. Then, then Maharaj asked Prabhupada, what name is such? Then Prabhupada gave the title, Life Comes from Life, the first international conference in Vrindavan in 77. So, Prabhupada gave the title, Life Comes from Life. So, Maharaj came to Vrindavan, then he got the devotees, our BI group there, those are the Prabhu, Madhav Prabhu, Gyandas Prabhu, Baba Siddhu Prabhu. So many wonderful devotees. So they come all for, to Vrindavan. So Maharaj traveled to Delhi, Agra to collect all this Aligarh University, all this vice chancellor, this thing, that thing. So then, because Vrindavan, Vrindavan means everybody has this idea. So Vrindavan is a Hare Krishna devotee. What kind of conference is there? It is not happening in a metro city. But Prabhupada's idea, if we, they come to Vrindavan, because the influence of Dham, they definitely their mind will be changed. So somehow, due to Maharaj and other devotees, their tireless and effort, So almost like 150 delegates came in that conference. So that our Gurukul, the old Gurukul building, I can that. So that was the conference venue. So we gathered us before a school, and that was the venue. And our guest house was completely empty in those days. So our devotees were staying before occupied, and Prabhupada ordered everybody must get out from the guest house. So we have to make first class arrangement for those delegates, those who are coming. So they stay here and take prasadam. You make first class prasadam. So you, the Prabhupada gave a kirtan and Maharaj for cooking, to check the cooking, how they can cook very nicely. And Brahmananda Swami for guest reception. And Kamal Krishna Maharaj, he gave for hosting the dignitaries. So like that, he gave his important devotees how to, and every day, as you know, that Prabhupada he was eager what they are discussing this. And every day evening after conference finish, Maharaj and other our scientists, devotee, they used to come with the suit, suit with the tie and tilakam, they used to come to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada said, no, no, you get chair for them. So they need chair. Our scientists, they need chair. Prabhupada was so ill, but he was so eager. So following that, Prabhupada was so interested. So Maharaj did the Mumbai conference also in 1986. This was the for us Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's 500th anniversary. And San Francisco, same time also San Francisco. And Calcutta 1997, this was for Prabhupada's centennial. It was prepared for 1996, but somehow Mayapur Prabhupada Samadhi and other program are tied up. So that's why Maharaj shifted to January 1997. It was in Kolkata, Science City. And Rome recently, the last international conference, and Rome 2004. And Rome, actually, mayor, that conference hall was only meant for only noble rates actually. They don't give actually to others for making conference that place where the Kalpatamataka hall. So, but the mayor of the Rome, he was so impressed by Maharaj. So he immediately agreed. Okay, we give free for this venue part to him. So it was just so prestigious hall, I think. So everybody is surprised at how did he Dr. T.D. Singh got this. And one of the Mumbai conference also, in the George Ward, you can see then after the picture, the middle is George Ward, he is sitting there. In the bottom also, near Maharaj, is George Ward, he is a physicist actually. So uh, he was staying actually in a hotel, and in those days Taj Hotel was there. So they gave actually some complimentary rooms there for noble rate. So he was staying there. And when the conference finished, and he asked Maharaj, "Can I move to your ashram, your guest? So your guru's place, I want to see your teacher's place." Because Maharaj always used to say that this is for my teachers. This thing, I am here. Then George Wald came to Bombay guest house. So he was staying there, George Wald. They are staying there in so one day Mangalarti, Maharaj was singing Mangalarti in Kirtan in the, and George Wald came to Mangalarti. Then he asked the devotee to give a kirtan. And he was, that was, we can see that how the scientists, they may be scientists in the background, but as we know that Tesla Prabhupada knows, that in their heart they are all spiritually living a course, and they are all part and parcel of it. And second achievement Maharaj we see in 1997 when the Calcutta conference finished, and Maharaj took Charlestown. Charlestown was a nobility in physics also same. He is very renowned who invented laser actually. He was very famous physicist Charlestown. So he and his wife came actually there in Calcutta conference. So so they they wanted to see also Srila Prabhupada's samadhi, because just before few days before the samadhi was inaugurated, and when they got the news, this is Maharaj's guru or teacher's samadhi, so they wanted to see that samadhi. So Maharaj took them to Mayapur. Over the wife and husband, they were staying in our account building. Uh, so he was very impressed to see Srila Prabhupada's work in all over the world, this thing. And they wanted to Maharaj ask you, what do you like? So when they are crossing Ganga, so he told that I like boat riding. And then Maharaj took them a boat ride in the in Ganges. And they came to Manipuri, Gopalji Mandir, very small place. But you see, such a big noble rate. And Mayapur, such a bumpy ride from Calcutta. They didn't mind because Maharaj made such a wonderful friendship with them. And they don't think that they are that scientists, are such a noble rate, this thing, that thing. So that was a good quality of Maharaj. Like last in slide, you can see that Prabhupada always say that Swarup Damodar only makes friend. I never heard any complaint about it. So that was the quality of Maharaj actually. I, as soon as Maharaj meets one scientist, very atheistic he is. But in talking, Maharaj is talking in such a way, he make a friendship with him, that person. Then he become very happy and less smiling. So that was Maharaj's wonderful quality actually to make this conference. And the purpose of the conference is only to make a friendship with the scholarly people, and at least to bring them in certain platform so they can understand actually our Krishna consciousness. And Saint Maharaj thought that because Prabhupada asked him to build a temple in Manipur and Northeast, as we know that many are converting to the Christian, this thing, that thing. So then Maharaj thought with the school in the temple, Maharaj can start the school in Northeast. So Tripura and Agartala, we have a, very big school. Now the students is almost like 12,000 students now in this Tripura school. So this is one of the top school in the state. There are competition between Christian missionary and our school. So said and Bhagavad Culture Institute, the University of Bhagavad Culture is another vision of Maharaj that since Manipur has a completely full of culture and everything in Manipur. Because when Maharaj to go for preaching, any scientific conference or this thing, that thing, Maharaj to take Manipuri Ranganiketan. There is a cultural group of Maharaj made actually that includes the martial art, Manipuri Ras Leela, and so many other dance in Manipuri culture. So to restore those culture, Maharaja wanted to have this University Bhagavad culture. This is like a university. There will be different department of like martial art school, and there is Manipuri Raslila. They will study the children. Those who come, they will study this culture, and at the same time they will practice. And slowly they become influenced with our Krishna consciousness, and they become devotee in life. So that was the Maharaj's vision through this, making this University of Bhagavad culture. So then Maharaj, as we know that Srila Prabhupada always say that if we have books are our basis, because we may speak in many hours sometimes, that does not value anything. But if somebody gets the books, then his life may change. So Maharaj asked Maharaj also. Srila Prabhupada asked Maharaj to write some books because he was very impressed. The first book Maharaj wrote as the scientific basis of Krishna consciousness. Then Maharaj started writing the books. He has many books. Dr. Abdul Kalam. This is Charlestown actually, that and the Patna with Maharaj. This is Charlestown. The first copy of Sabhigyanam is called Scientific Journal of Bhakti Institute. This is actually in 2001, 2, that picture. So that Sabhigyanam was the title actually. Maharaj Prabhupada gave this title actually. And this title was given Srila Prabhupada, Sabhigyanam. Because from 7th chapter, Prabhupada Jnanatyaham Sabhigyanam. So Prabhupada gave this title. So he should have some journal. And this God is a person actually inspired by Srila Prabhupada and this book. Because Prabhupada said, Maharaj, if he, in a scientific language, he can explain that God is a person, then your scientific research and work will be success. So Maharaj was trying in his so many wonderful way. So this book came just before Maharaj left, I think 2005. I think this book came. There are two nobles actually. They are both are physicists. One is Charlestown and one is Phillips, William Phillips. So both are actually Nobel in physics, and those were known for their invention in the laser. So both are two Nobel laureates. They are very renowned actually scientists, Nobel laureates. So they made the comment that because this Charlestown he has a idea that a God has like Einstein form of God. He was saying he was feeling that God has a form, but it's not like the what type of form this thing. But he was internally feeling that definitely God is inspiring everything. But William Philip has a more open actually. He's a very wonderful scientist. He came actually for Calcutta when Maharaj left everybody. He personally came. He was so by he was taken by Maharaj because the last time Maharaj interviewed him was one. So he was saying that I saw actually saintly person like this in our Christian tradition. We had many saints, but I saw practically there is a saint that PDC. So because they see, as Prabhupada says, many times our devotees sometimes misunderstood. Prabhupada was always challenging the scientists. Prabhupada is saying that you kick their face in the boot. And yes, Maharaj was saying that yes, I also accept this thing, but a kick in their face or boot with your philosophical knowledge and interaction. Not like the practically somebody hit in put somebody's head. Yeah, face, no. So, but you make a very friendship with them. So even you are kicking to their philosophy with our Vedic philosophy, they cannot refute that. So that is the real what Maharaj took. Because one example suggest I give you one scientist came to Calcutta conference, Benford. He was a very big scientist actually in America. So he was from Irvine, California. So he was that time professor of Maharaj when Maharaj was doing PhD. So Maharaj used to bring Los Angeles Temple when Prabhupada used to come Los Angeles Temple. Maharaj used to bring many scientists, postdoc students to those university. So one day this Benford came to see Prabhupada. And there was a discussion. Prabhupada was so heavy and angry. He said, you scientists, people, you are misdirecting the society, this, that thing. So Prabhupada was so heavy. And he was little, very. So, but he was not reacting anything against of Prabhupada. And that time when they are discussing very hot, and that time the prasadam plate came for Prabhupada from DT, and we have silver plate with full of prasadam to Mahaprasadam. And Prabhupada just accepted the prasadam and I told Benford, this prasadam is for you. And he gave a whole plate to Benford in his hand. Maharaj was also surprised how Prabhupada's one plate he gave to Benford, the prasadam. And he was completely changed his mind that time. That person. He was so heavy. I think before that Prabhupada just like anything. But he told he was telling after to Maharaj, this person is telling so heavily, but his dealings were so fatherly. I did not take anything actually any bad impression of this thing. And he was so much overjoyed with prasadam. And he told Maharaj, can you pack something for my wife? This prasadam. Because he was so much prasad. So like that, Maharaj was following same thing. And prasad. And in conference, Maharaj makes sure that prasadam should be very international standard. This thing. In Rome conference, prasadam was like 2-3 hours they were eating. In Italy people like eating. Italy. So Maharaj was and so that inspired actually Maharaj a lot, Prabhupada's impression and this thing. I like this book actually, the Scientific Basis of Krishna. It changed many devotees and that their life. changed to this. So that's why this was actually last picture actually. When Prabhupada was in Vrindavan. So Maharaj used to come, and then Maharaj time was actually the uh, night actually shift, sometimes 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock to take care of Prabhupada and do it. So Maharaj used to come 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So this was the sitting, Maharaj sitting with and the Prabhupada, Maharaj saying that instead of sleeping that time, everybody think that Prabhupada is not silent, he is not talking. But Prabhupada used to talk always about the scientists, how your scientific teaching, this thing, are they convincing about this thing? So, so that's why as you understood that how much Prabhupada was eager for preaching the scientists and bringing the scholars. And the Prabhupada used to say that this institute will bring the prestige to our society. And this is the statement I was saying that this is actually in Prabhupada told in Nidwara Kapur Temple, Los Angeles. Because in those time when devotees bring complaint about other devotee, the Prabhupada used to have Swarup Damodar, no complaint about him because he's such a wonderful devotee. Nobody complain about him. So that's why this is some briefly story. It is not a details, but for our devotee and time constraint. So I think I should stop here to if you have any comment or question. And just last moment is when Maharaj just left Calcutta. In Calcutta, he left body. He was completely absorbed in hearing and chanting those Nat Sangit. Nat Sankirtan means in Manipur is called Ras Leela pastime. And they form in some books in Manipuri language. So Maharaj was hearing the steps and murmuring everything in 2 days. And so that was the final departure of Maharaj. Uh, so we are very sad, but sometimes we are happy now because Maharaj vision is now many wonderful devotees, scholar devotees are coming in our society. So Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you very much. So we are very
Yes.
grateful, Maharaj, for this amazing session. And as requested by Bhakti Prema Maharaj, we will have another session for the same, and we will play the lecture of Maharaj in that session. So I'd like to thank everyone for this session, and especially to His Holiness Bhakti Jivan Vrajanand Maharaj for explaining in detail about the lives and pastimes of His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj. Jai His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj ki Jai. Jai His Holiness Bhakti Jivan Vrajanand Swami Maharaj ki Jai. Samaveta Gaur.
Prabhupada.
Nitai Gaur Premanand. Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Jai.